Do you wonder if Jesus practiced boundaries? Christians often have misconceptions about whether or not they can have boundaries in their relationships. They have misconceptions about what that involves. One of those roots is the belief that Jesus didn't have boundaries, that he was passive, non-assertive, and non-confrontational. The misguided believer then accepts that they should act this way in their relationships also, modeling themselves after Jesus. I'm going to show you that Jesus not only practiced boundaries, he practiced very effective boundaries. Nothing could be further from the truth that Christians cannot have boundaries in relationships because Jesus didn't. At only 12 years of age, Jesus had so much authority that the people were astounded and they asked, "Who is this child? Isn't he just the child, the son of Joseph and Mary?" They were confused because he spoke with so much authority. Later, when Jesus spoke, people wanted to kill him because he spoke with so much authority in the way that he spoke to them that it agitated them and stirred them up. Boundaries have to do with stating your truth and living true to your purpose, setting limits in order to protect yourself, control your own life, and take care of yourself. Jesus did all of these things. Jesus rested by withdrawing from crowds that needed his healing and his words of wisdom. He withdrew to take care of himself, to pray, to eat, to rest, and to fellowship with the disciples. Jesus knew who he was and what his calling was at all times. He stayed focused on his mission, which was to be on earth, preach the gospel, and then die that we might be saved. Jesus did not allow anyone to deter him from that purpose. Jesus was able to detach from the lies, the tricks, the schemes, and the manipulation of the people, the scribes, and the Pharisees that they used when dealing with him in order to try to trick him, to get him to back down from his message and to give in to what they were doing. Jesus spoke the truth assertively and confrontationally at all times. He wasn't afraid to get at the heart of the matter, even calling people names, saying things that deeply offended them and incensed them. He did this because he stuck true to his purpose, true to his word, and he spoke the truth in strong, confrontational ways. Jesus eventually allowed men to kill him, not out of weakness, not out of a lack of boundaries, but actually as a part of his staying true to his purpose. He did this at the appointed time. Prior to that, remember, he withdrew from people that wanted to kill him. He withdrew from towns that wouldn't listen to him and were not receiving his message, to go to another town that was more receptive, or to leave from men that were trying to trick him. He didn't allow the scribes and Pharisees to trick him into answering things that made him look like he didn't know what he was talking about or was foolish. So when it was the appointed time, Jesus, who was always completely in control of what he did, what he allowed other people to do to him, and how he responded to other people, because he had very firm boundaries, Jesus, at the appointed time, was willing to go to the cross to fulfill his purpose, because it brought glory to God and furthered the gospel. Jesus practiced effective, strong, and consistent boundaries. You can model your boundaries after Jesus' boundaries, and you will do well. You can take care of yourself. You can use your boundaries to protect yourself, to stay true to your purpose and your calling and what is a priority in your life, for you to be a good steward of your resources and what God has given you. You can also use your boundaries to detach from the lies, the schemes, the tricks, and the manipulations of other people. You can use boundaries to help you to speak the truth effectively and assertively, and sometimes even confrontationally, about the things that you need to stay true to for yourself. And you can choose when to lay down those boundaries when it is in the best interest of the gospel. I pray that you would have the ability to discern what you need to have in order to have effective boundaries in your life and to practice boundaries as Jesus did.